Hello, welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy the speed paint. It's of my current project. Um, Feel free to comment below your thoughts on things. I would love to hear from you guys, and that would help boost my channel a bit in the algorithm. And I guess I'm kind of spinning like these first two videos, kind of letting you guys know about me a bit, so you can get to you can get to know me and get to know my work and how I got started. I kind of plan on this being like the last video I bother doing on this sort of thing. Afterwards, I'd like to branch out and do some other stuff if I can. So let's get this let's get this over with and get into it. I got into writing because I really enjoyed Transformers animated as a kid. It didn't have the best art, but the writing was really good. And as a beginner, the first character I remember making was pretty much your stereotypical Mary Sue. Liked by everybody, even had everybody's abilities, smart, and so on and so forth. But I was a kid, so I was gonna eventually realize this wasn't the best kind of character. And I did. So, as I saw different cartoons, my character ideas grew in range. I kept making original characters and drawing them and writing them, and soon I was pretty much mashing at whatever hero cartoon with Transformers because making robot versions was fun. But I tried to lean away from the sort of copy and paste when I first started at some point and tried to make the characters ones I could feel like were mine instead of simple mashups. So I wrote fan fiction for a long time. Just developing and experimenting and figuring out, different plot things. I think that's a good use of fan fiction, to be frank. I know fan fiction usually doesn't have the best reputation for being good, but for me, it was just a place for learning. So I eventually burned out of that phase because I felt like I couldn't really do anything else. I didn't have any more ideas. I mean, I had characters, but I had no idea what to do with them because I had just kind of gotten bored, I suppose, for lack of a better way of putting it. Then going into Phantom Eclipse in 2017 challenged me in a way writing fan fiction never could. I had to create something new without the crutch of a world someone else had built, leading me to feeling like a fish out of water. And thanks to those 3 words I mentioned in the first video, I found out how to ground myself and put aside my worries about originality. Anyone can write fan fiction. It's fun that way. It's a way of showing how much you enjoy something and that you want to put forth your own ideas in that universe. But making the jump into something truly your own is learning to take what you came to learn from writing fan fiction and making something, I apologize for repeating myself there, but it was that background that made me realize why Know Your World resonated with me. I knew everything about Transformers. I could tell you everything from start to finish about Transformers, but I couldn't describe my own series to people when they asked. That's what spurred me into understanding the need to develop the world of Phantom Eclipse. And while it's set in modern day, I needed to ground myself in the story and situation in order to get into my characters' heads, to write them better, and really make their stories pop in such a world. And as time has gone on, I've taken this knowledge, and every time I have an idea I want to flesh out with the mindset of eventually getting around to publish it later, I write the opening idea and then start fleshing the rest out. And at this point, I don't think I could write fan fiction anymore. Not because I dislike it, but because I feel I can't add anything into already established works. I'd rather put my energy into my own work. And it's the same with fan art. There are a bunch of amazing fan artists out there, and you can even, I think, make some money that way, although I sort of feel like that's a great area based on what I've looked into, because I've thought about it, and I'm pretty much to the point of between feeling like I can't offer what someone else has already put out, paired with, well, yeah, that's pretty much it right there in a nutshell. I just don't feel like I can, can't think of anything. Whenever I think about a series, you do like a search for such and such fan art, there's already a bunch of people out there doing it. And I think fan art is also a good way. I mean, that's kind of how I got really pushed into doing art a lot, was essentially doing fan art. But I think that, there's a point where you want to, at least for me, I wanted to kind of move away from that. I just couldn't, I felt like I was at a dead end because there was nothing more to do. And so that's where we're at now. Fleshing out an idea is fun and sometimes tricky. The current one-shot I'm working on is a mystery sci-fi, and I actually started on doing this one for a contest. Shonen Jump was having another contest. Or they had a contest back in 2020, and once again, life got in the way. In a different way than previously, but it still happened, and I guess in the end I was glad I wasn't able to submit, because I don't really think I had the mystery part down. So I started rewriting it this year with the idea of doing it as a one-shot. I still need to finish writing that, but I have most of it pretty cemented. It took me a couple of tries to kind of re-examine things. I wound up basically writing it from one side of the story and then coming in from the other side to follow with the other side laid out. I think maybe you'll kind of get that, maybe, assuming I can get that out this year. I would like to finish that and then turn around and get chapter 2 out. So that's the game plan at the moment. That's what the speed paint is from that. So thank you for listening. Comment below, like, subscribe, and I will see everyone next time. Bye-bye.